Check, check. Could I get your name and position, sir?
Trooper Richard Standifer with the Texas Department of Public Safety in the title of Trooper.
Trooper, could you spell your last name, please?
S-T-A-N-D as in David, I-F-E-R.
Trooper, we're on 290 in front of the outlet mall. What type of scene do we have here?
By the preliminary investigations, what it seems to be is a truck tractor semi-trailer was traveling east on US 290. From all indications, and we interviewed the driver, he indicated that he looked down to change the radio station or to deal with his cell phone. When he looked back up, traffic was stopped, and by the telltale skid marks on the road, it looks like there was a severe impact with no brakes, at which time he tried to get the truck tractor semi-trailer stopped. It seems to be possibly 4 vehicles involved. The truck tractor semi-trailer was a driving force, and it struck what seems to be a Kia Optima, and that Optima struck the back end of a Ford crew cab. I believe it's an F-150, and then that vehicle struck another gray or silver colored vehicle, which I have yet to actually physically take a look to see.
EMS responding, or tell me a little bit about Lifeline responding.
I believe that the Lifeline did respond. They landed on scene and took the driver, which I believe to be a female. I'm not sure of the ethnicity of the Kia Optima. And I believe there was a child riding in the back seat of that vehicle, which we believe is deceased. I believe the vehicle or the child may be anywhere from 8 to 10 years old.
So a young child in the back seat.
Mm-hmm. And just for your information, Dad is at the hospital and he has not been notified yet. There's some neighbors across the way over there. They told me what the child's name was. So heaven forbid they see this and then.
Well, we won't air
okay,
10.
Okay.
So the truck then driver was distracted for some reason.
It seems by all indications that the truck driver was distracted by something in the cab of the truck. Preliminary investigation seems that he was doing something with the cell phone to change the station on the radio, but we're not 100% sure on that. But we can tell you it was a distraction in the vehicle.
And he was the striking
He was the driving force of the traffic crash, and he slammed into all of the other vehicles.
Other than the folks in the Kia, were there any other injuries?
There may have been another injury in the Ford F-150. However, I have not been able to ascertain who that driver was and if they've been taken via ground ambulance to see how they were doing in the hospital.
Any other comments you'd like to make, sir?
It's a damn mess. The back seat and the back trunk area is pushed up to the back of the driver and the passenger seat windows. So that child, whoever's riding back there, they didn't have a chance. I peeked in there, and there's splatter all across the back side of it. So it's a significant hit. My heart goes out to the family. It really does.
Trooper, could you sort of describe how the accident occurred?
What we believe happened based on the preliminary investigation, we believe that the truck tractor semi-trailer was traveling in the outside far right lane heading east. And when we looked at the skid marks, you see a significant impact or gouge marks, if you will, that would indicate a significant impact where the truck tractor semi-trailer, we believe, struck the Kia Optima. Then there's a significant line of brakes. That is a dual tandem setup, so there are 2 sets of skid marks on each side of that vehicle, and they're significant for several hundred feet. And then there's a lot of debris as the Kia Optima struck the concrete barrier on the right-hand side, and then at that point, it struck the Ford F-150, and they both came to rest right to the right of the road, almost touching each other.
Now, the Kia was the first vehicle struck.
Kia was the very, very first one that got struck. And based on the level of impact damage, I believe the speed was significant.
Can you describe what that vehicle looks like?
On initial investigation, the trunk area and the back quarter panels, they're all into the back of the driver and passenger seats. So the impact is significant.
So there was no chance of survival.
I would be very, very surprised if somebody survived this crash. Based on what the vehicle looks like, I don't believe there's going to be a chance for survival.
Good. Any other comments, sir?
and just try to get it cleaned up. And if
Oh yeah. Do you have an idea about how long the roadway may be shut down?
typically when we work fatalities of this nature, we're usually out here at a minimum of 4 to 6 to possibly 8 hours, just depending on how long. They have a heavy wrecker out here for the truck tractor semi-trailer, and then we're going to need several other wreckers I believe that they have out here. But a wreck of this or crash of this significance, we need to mark the scene, and it may need to be what they refer to as scaled, where we take several feet, inclining where the area of impact is, as well as where the vehicles came to rest, as well as the direction of final rest on each vehicle. So it could very well be at least 4 to 6 hours.
And that's inbound and outbound.
Just outbound. Just outbound. I believe, well, actually, that would probably be just outbound, yeah. Inbound, they'll probably release that traffic sometime soon. However, I would caution that because you're going to have everybody passing by trying to look on the other end to see what's happening. So probably maybe an hour before on the inbound side, but at least 4 to 6 hours on the outbound.
So if anybody's in this area, just try to avoid this immediate
You
area.
want to try to avoid it as best you can.